Hey guys, I'm back again today with another video, and today I just want to share with you some clarity and encouragement I got from a verse, Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6, that I've been thinking about for a while, but I just got some new stuff from it recently, and I hope it'll be the same to you. The verse says, "And without faith it is impossible to please him, for whoever would draw near to God must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who seek him." The key insight that I got about this verse recently is that it's actually an example of a literary device called chiasmus, which is where a combination of words or an idea is presented in a forwards manner and then repeated in a backwards manner. It can be a simple repetition of words. For example, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Or when you get into the word gets into you. And but instead of repeating words, chiasmus can actually be repeating an idea in two different ways. And this is done to present an idea in different ways that gives us a deeper understanding of that idea. And so Hebrews 11 verse 6 is actually doing that. And the forward phrase says, "And without faith it is impossible to please God." And so faith is stated as the necessary basis for the outcome of pleasing God. So the logic is then repeated in the second phrase. And so we know that the second phrase is a parallel phrase because of the for, which links the two phrases together. In this context, the for essentially means because. So the second phrase is, "Because whoever would draw near to God must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who seek him." So in the second phrase, drawing near to God is being equated with pleasing God, and having faith in God is being equated with believing that God exists and that he rewards those who seek him. And so from this, we can see more about why without faith it's impossible to please God. Would you be pleased with someone that didn't believe that you existed? Would you be pleased with someone who didn't believe that you wanted what was best for them? Or someone who didn't trust you? Or someone who didn't want to get closer to you? I think that there are some really sweet things that on the basis of those questions that this verse teaches us. So the verse teaches us that true faith causes us to draw near to God. Second, that God is pleased by our faith and our drawing near to him. And third, faith is also believing that we will be rewarded by God in our seeking of him, which is very sweet, I think. It just really shows that the nature of faith is one of relationship, which sometimes people don't act as if it is that. So yeah, I myself have actually struggled to believe that God sees me in these ways or wants to reward me or will reward me as I seek him. But I've recently, even just today, in spending some time with God, I saw that when I've not been seeing the rewards that God's been rewarding me with, it's because I've been wanting him to reward me on my terms and according to my desires, which have often not been his terms or his desires, which are actually what's best for me. And so at these times I've been blind to the rewards God's been giving me, because I only had eyes for what I wanted, not what God wanted, and not who he is. And so a verse that's related to this is Psalm 37 verse 4, which says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart." And so when we are delighted in something, we draw near to it or we seek it. And when we draw near to something or seek it, we become delighted in it. And that is true of God. We can grow to love God if we seek Him, delight in Him if we seek Him. So true faith is not merely intellectual, but it's also emotional. And it's the basis of both ours and God's deepest pleasure and delight, which is loving communion with one another. So I hope you learned something on this little video on Hebrews 11 verse 6 and the chiasmus that's in it. And I hope that you're encouraged about how you can please God and even be pleased by God, as I have been encouraged and as I've been learning to grow in being pleased by God. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.